Oh, get shit on! Go.
Oh my god.
I love Alad so much. Now that he's freed from Smite Esports, I'm about to shit
Now I'm
on him
free?
all the time.
Alright,
Should
so...
come play Mafia again with us.
Oh yeah, we should do Mafia.
Right now?
No,
all right,
you don't
I'm
get
doing
to
Mafia
play.
right
You're in
now.
I'm the
Georgia.
Miller.
Let's get 'em, boys!
I'm a Joker. Hell yeah.
Alright, let's get to actual stuff. What did I put on the list of things?
It's your list. What the?
I gotta look at it again. I don't remember
Number
everything.
one,
Get the list.
GT closing.
Yes. Alright, so Game Trailers closed down about a week ago. Or is closing down.
About a week ago.
It's closing down after about 13 years of content. To me, Game Trailers means high school. Like, looking up games I thought I would buy, I would just turn it on and listen to their voices. Or that one guy, you know who I'm talking about?
Right.
I love him. And now they're gone. The official reason is that it's kind of not profitable, right?
Yeah, no, of course.
Who would have guessed that a entire website dedicated to trailers on their own kind of crappy codec wouldn't have done as well as, I don't know, well, Bing?
Stop invoking
Bing's
Bing.
pretty legit.
Bing, if you're out there listening, please use Google to find my stream and sponsor me.
Use Google, Bing.
Use
Just
Google.
use Google.
Bing, use Google, please. Do you think people who have to do their job at Bing Google stuff to solve problems?
All the time.
They
kidding
can't.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh
get in
yeah.
trouble. It's in their contract.
you sure?
They can't use,
You think it's
they
like-
can't use Google.
Do you think it's
It's
like
like
blacklisted?
blocked. It's
Well, I mean,
blocked.
if they try to use Bing
P-Bat, I'm sorry
Translate, they
that you
never
just said
get
that.
anywhere.
God
If
damn
they
it.
use Google, it alerts their bosses and they get fired.
But like, what about checking your personal Gmail at work?
There's no
You're
Gmail.
supposed to
can't
have
have
a
a Gmail.
bigmail.com.
It's
Get a
Bing
Bing
Mail,
Mail.
yeah.
They check their Bing Mail.
Check me out over at B-Mail.
Do you think they're like, hey man, you want to meet later? Yeah, just shoot me a Bing Mail. Like they're just talking.
Just Bing me later.
Hit him with
Put some time on my Bing calendar.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Just
God.
Bing me, bro.
You know what's
See,
sad?
But I don't think this is news. Like, it sucks for the people that work there and such. But like, there are plenty of other people who have gotten ousted by the internet, like every magazine ever. And these people either found new jobs or made their shit work. Game Trailers should have been dead 5 years ago.
I think where they probably went wrong is not getting on the YouTube train. They could have produced their own content because they had some good content. They needed to just make it a network.
I would have loved to be a fly on the wall of the meeting. It's like, listen, instead of using YouTube, we're going to fuck those guys. We're going to make our own video player, and it's going to have fucking hookers and blackjack.
The
right?
guy who fucking developed it uses Bing to solve problems. Was Bing around? Bing is barely...
Bing has always been
Bing's
around.
always been around, yeah.
Really? For how long?
For like
Couple years
probably
now.
for-
It's got like 5 or 6 years. It's not that many.
I mean, like, it's been around, man.
I feel like it's been longer than
It's
5,
been
6
here
years.
longer than me.
I think Microsoft just like bought it, didn't they?
I think Microsoft made it.
Huh.
If they made it, then it's not too old. It's probably around 5, 6. Like
I'm sorry.
Same thing.
Bing is a reskinned MSN search.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Oh, guys, remember MSN? Oh, I used
Remember
MSN Messenger.
Messenger?
Yeah!
I
Messenger?
got a gold seller in WoW to send me pictures.
What?
Like
Nudes?
pictures, yes.
Like
and
nudes?
she did the timestamp and everything. So either she was the quickest Photoshop or like whatever. She also gave me some gold.
Plot twist. Her name is
You can't
Bing.
even use that gold. What the hell?
What do you mean?
In WoW?
Wait,
Back
you mean
then,
like pussy gold? Like picture pussy gold? Is that?
Oh, you mean this happened before or right now?
Not
Are you
no.
an
Just
idiot?
right now.
I don't know.
5
talking
minutes
about
ago.
MSN
The other,
Messenger,
the other
you
day I
fucking
did it.
idiot.
My wife was watching.
He did it in the middle
like,
of 12-hour Mondays.
MSN Messenger, you idiots.
MSN,
DM's just
wow,
on it
his
right
wife.
now. Talking to gold sellers and WoW.
I did this while eating fucking Dunkaroos
And
I had
posting
a
it on
t-shirt.
the forum.
and a Pepsi Crystal
Crystal
Pepsi
Pepsi.
while I was
Crystal.
watching
Oh my
fucking
God.
episodes of Firefly.
And he also has
Okay,
a Sprite
that's
remix in the
that's
fridge.
going too far.
Now I'm sad.
Stop.
Sprite remix
Stop.
rip.
Hey, happy
Sprite
30th,
remix.
Brandon! Hey! Oh, he goes
Grandpa.
quiet. I didn't mean
Alright,
it.
let's compare our fucking lives real quick.
Oh, here we go.
Come on.
Triggered.
Hit me with big 3-0.
I know. I think all my friends are 30 now,
Not me. Oh, I'm not your friend.
except for you guys. Like my work friends, they're all 30.
I'm
So
triggered.
What do you mean your work friends?
It's not that weird to me anymore to
You've
be
been
hanging out with.
working there for like 6 days.
I've been working there for 9 months.
DM Brent has no concept of time.
I really do not. How has it been 9 months?
He's gonna
Was
go
I
to the
asleep?
fridge and try to find a Pepsi Crystal.
When
It's
you're a
only like
streamer,
12
you don't
hours.
know what time is, man.
12-hour Mondays only works because he doesn't know what time is. He looked
Dude,
at the
for
clock.
real though, like that's a serious thing. For instance, I was queuing ranked at 7:35, and everyone's like, "You can't do this, the podcast." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" It's like 5 o'clock. I'm like, oh shit, it's actually 7:35.
To be fair, it did kind of fuck up the day, the arrangement. I mean, like, you would not normally be doing a podcast today. Nor would I. I'd be hanging out with my 30-something work friends.
There's no way you have 30-something friends. You probably have like 1 or 2 friends.
There's no way I'm friends with half the company anyway. You're right.
Are you trying to take my joke and use it as your own joke?
I kind of did. I just re-joked you.
That's what Smatter does. That's all of his humor.
Hey,
There's different types of humor in this group. There's me saying random anythings. Then there's DM taking my random anythings and yelling while saying it to scare off the oppressors. And then there's Sam, who makes it sexual or gay. And then there's
Those are synonymous.
Cyan just snorting.
oh, yeah, the
Snorting.
You know how much, like,
And
when I
T-Max
edit,
just black, so I mean, he got jokes.
when I go through and edit these podcasts, I have to, like, lower Chris down across the board because it's just...
Are you TV now?
Oh, God. He sounds like...
That's TV's
Yeah.
laugh.
It's like so he just opens his mouth and goes.
I'm
Nobody
trying
touch
not
that.
To make noise.
Nobody
Come
touch that
on.
one. So I find it weird, Fats, that you call your jokes thingies.
I say stupid stuff.
Oh, so should I make that sexual?
No thanks.
No.
Wait till DM yells about it.
Oh. He hasn't spoken in a couple seconds. Should we try to coax him out with a joke?
He's eating his Dunkaroos.
Let him eat his Dunkaroos.
Oh, God.
Drink that Sprout remix.
Don't get him,
No,
Brandon.
drink that crystal, that Pepsi Crystal.
We should do a 90s episode. That'd be so fun. That'd be so fun. That'd be so rad. What did people in the 90s say?
I don't think they said rad.
Yeah, they did.
I think rad was like a maybe late 90s.
Yeah,
early
that shit
2000s.
was so pogs, right? They said that.
Nobody said that.
What? I think maybe
Pogs was a thing.
Pog Champ.
people didn't use it as like
The Gutex.
Don't Pog Champ chat. Grow up.
The Gutex. The Pog Champ.
Speaking of Gutex, Street Fighter comes out in a couple days, and it doesn't have Akuma, and people
Wrong.
are still
It
going
comes
to play
out
it.
Comes out
4
tonight.
hours.
Come here, best it comes out to Brandon. You
Oh,
have
yeah,
no
yeah.
idea what is going on.
Just don't
Yeah.
don't relate anything to time with Brandon. He's not gonna get it.
Hey,
4
I know
hours.
plenty of times.
Right.
Like
I know
that
all
time.
of them.
Like that time. Yeah.
Brandon, what did you do last May?
I got married.
Hey,
Oh,
all
man, you
right,
did it.
all right.
Of course, he would remember that. It's fucking Japan.
True
and all-
love
What
breaks
did you
the
eat while in
spell.
Japan, DM?
I had 10 bowls,
Oh,
or I
God.
said 8 bowls.
Here we go.
No, 9 bowls of ramen, 2 bowls of sukime, or 3 bowls of sukime.
5 sashimi things.
No, I only had sashimi once. I had tonkatsu twice. I had. I'm starting to feel like this was a rhetorical question.
Yes, you
It
did.
was.
Oh
It
my
was.
god.
No, man, he needs to parse things out so he can start learning to remember things.
I'm surprised the first thing he talked about wasn't that beef.
That's the whole point of me saying it was the beef.
And he
At the
didn't even say it.
A512. God bless.
So Street Fighter is tonight. Fats, what are you doing tonight? You going to like a thing, or are you just waiting to play it at midnight?
I have it on Steam, so it's gonna unlock at midnight.
we're gonna
so
play?
I'm just playing that. Oh, you want to?
I'll do 13-hour Mondays. Yeah.
13-hour Mondays.
13-hour Mondays.
So is there anything we should be excited about for the Street Fighter? Admittedly, I know nothing because I'm not a Street
no,
Fighter
fucking
guy.
Akuma's not in it. The game
black
sucks.
characters. Who are the black characters?
well, I
Let's
can
go.
tell
Name
you.
all the black characters.
I can explain a little bit as to why this is exciting. It's gonna lead into Capcom Cup 2016, which is Capcom's super esports event for fighting games, specifically their one and only game, which is now Street Fighter V instead of Street Fighter 4, which was last year.
This
It's-
morning.
I think it's according to DM, it was probably like 50 years ago when he was still alive. I think it's 500K now. It's a 500K.
It was 500K last year.
Oh, so it's probably more now.
Yeah, with
Well, it's
interest.
a lot of money for playing Street Fighter, and that's not something we used to have in the FGC because it's one of the hardest groups to esportsify because everybody is just DM Brandon.
What does that mean? You got a
I
point
don't- I-
there. I want to lead you on a path here.
Okay. What am I doing?
Yeah, what is your why are you saying they're all DM Brandon?
Oh, they're all angry and yelling. But it's all fun. It's all see the difference between esports and the FGC, which goes back a couple years ago, is legit. People didn't want to go esports because they didn't want to have to act correctly or dress up or golf clap.
Dress up? You mean they just wanted to wear sweatpants and fucking graphic tees?
Yeah.
I
Esports represents like the system, and FGC's the people. So that was always the fight.
But the system is making so much money now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. A couple years ago, it was like that. Now we have the developer of the game having a giant fucking tournament series for the game, which is something that is really happening for every game now. Smite does it. League of Legends has always done it. Dota's people, what is that? Steam people, which is called what? Valve always does it.
Steam people.
Rest,
Steam people.
rest in peace, Smash Brothers.
Yeah, and Smash Bros. Is getting it, but the thing people are always angry about, and this is what I really don't like right now, is people are always like, what does Nintendo give us? You know, what are they even giving us? What? I'm like, they're giving us setups to every event to make it easier for TOs to run them. They're giving us the rare tweet now and then that they have to prepare in advance for stuff, which is still huge because it's people who follow Nintendo who don't follow for Smash Bros. But could follow for any other game and find out there's a Smash tournament they could watch. And they do a lot. They don't do as much as Capcom is now doing.
It sucks
but they do a
because
lot.
Smash has the best personalities. Like, you can go to League, Dota, wherever you want. You're not going to find people as interesting. You're not going to find a lore in competition as rich as Smash, and it is the only esport that doesn't have backing from their parent company.
They have backing, just not financial backing.
It's not real backing. They have very small backing. It's enough to where people are getting excited. It's like sometimes they'll get some systems to ensure that the tournament will run straight. They'll get a little bit of push on social media, but it's not real backing. We're talking about renting out venues. We're talking about providing a prize pool worthy of the players that are playing for the game. We are giving them so much advertisement, and we get very, very little in return. That's why I always get so mad at the Smite community, because the Smite community has the highest dollar amount per player in the world. It is bigger than leagues. It is bigger than Dota. It is bigger than CSGOs. For the amount of people that play Smite comparatively to other games, our game pays out so much more. And yet our players act like the most entitled, bratty people I have ever met in my life. It is actually disgusting. If the Smash players could play for half the amount of money that we throw out in Smite, it would be the biggest thing on the planet. I'm talking bigger than baseball, bigger than football. If we had enough people, but we don't. That's the problem. We don't have that kind of
Why do
funding
you think
in the
it would
grassroots.
be the most popular game on the planet if it had that backing?
Because
Look at
as
the
of right
game.
now,
Look at the
it's
game.
like you look at their viewership numbers. You look at where they're playing and all these like kind of beat down venues. And when they're not beat down venues, it's generally not a major thing. Like when Major League Gaming was putting money up, no one wanted to go because the tournaments ran like shit. It had a really bad, atmosphere. If Nintendo ran an event and Nintendo backed it, like I'm talking major social media pushes, proper advertising like you see in esports, and a prize pool, again, worthy of these players. I'm talking like 500K to $1 million. You're looking at 1 million to 2 million concurrent viewerships within the first year. Guaranteed. And we don't get it.
And you think... I mean, I know Nintendo could support that.
Nintendo could not only support that, Nintendo could have the shithole that is the Wii U 250 times. They could fail this hard.
I don't.
They failed as many
I
times as
agree.
it costs in dollars.
I agree that they could get to that level, but I don't think the community is any better than it was during all its raw lifespan.
I'm not saying it's better. I'm saying
But
that the top
that's not
players
good.
are
That's still
awesome.
not good. Not all the top players are awesome. The influential members of the community, some of them are toxic assholes.
Okay, come on.
Some of them,
Some
but
of
not
them?
many. Like
No,
I'm not even
I didn't
that
say
into
not many.
Smash
P-Bat,
esports,
you made
but-
a tweet a while back about.
No. Yeah, I know. Like,
About who?
but
What was it?
I was saying that.
Brandon, you are so thirsty for this.
It's not,
Oh
I
my
want to know
God.
because I mean this is an important part of the conversation.
What I was saying was what I noticed was that it seems like fighting games, particularly Smash, seem to have like the highest kind of saturation of like kind of toxicity, or there's a lot of, you know, and I know a lot of people don't like this term, but like there's a lot of popping off in the Smash.
Wrong.
What does that mean? Is that what I do Saturday mornings?
And that's why I use that term very loosely, because I know a lot of people don't like that term.
I
but-
get mad about it because they use it wrong.
Wait,
popping
yeah.
off.
Can you explain
Popping
what
off-
it is? Yeah.
I'm explaining now.
Sorry.
Popping off, what it used to mean was people talking shit to each other. Legitimately. You pop off because somebody's talking shit to you, so you pop off at them and let them know what it really is, and then you fight in the game, and whoever wins talks shit again, which is popping off. Now, because Smash is deviated from the sort of FGC feel it used to have, where everybody was extremely just reckless and talking huge amounts of shit, now it's getting really excited when you win.
A
So
pop-off is when the game is over, it's a reaction other than I shook your hand and I smiled at the camera. That's what they're
Lame.
considering a pop-off.
Wait, isn't
at
pop
this
off
point.
like Russian for grandpa?
Smatter, we're talking fucking. I hate you.
What? Aren't we talking
Just
about?
take the slang.
I can't.
You
just...
speak slang all the time.
I don't speak mad slang, yo, son.
Yo,
I hate
son.
everything.
It's to me, popping off means when you got one of those purple cars that bounces up and down. And it's
Stop.
not-
But
That's
going back to the
hydraulics.
personalities, you have
Sam.
I mean, you have a few people who are, I would say, polarizing. Considering,
I agree.
let's say, Leffen, right?
Yeah.
I
Leffen
agree.
gets a lot of heat because he says whatever the fuck he wants. I like Leffen.
I do too.
Leffen makes things interesting to me because most of the players are just like, I shook your hand, good game, right? It's like fucking boring.
Oh, he
This is
pops
not
off,
how
he pops off!
entertainment fucking works.
He
Right?
laughs
And
at
for
them.
the most part, Leffen keeps it pretty PG, right? I mean, like maybe PG-13. It's not like going. He used to go pretty far out of his way, but to the same point, people see Leffen as a jerk and all these other people, and the same community, the same people that are telling Leffen what a bad person he is, are putting Foa on a fucking pedestal, and that kid is like the scum of the earth.
Not anymore.
I don't care if it's not anymore. He still hasn't apologized for it.
What did he
and
do?
for those of you who might not have heard the story, because
Oh.
I'm happy to put him on blast.
Here we go.
He is
Blast
playing
cast.
against a player named Vinny. And Vinny has a very large, very noticeable wine-stained birthmark on his face.
Oh, right.
And, like, it's very noticeable. It's probably the first thing you're going to notice. I'm not trying to put Vinny on blast. I love that kid.
It's how you know it's video, honestly.
But yeah, it is how you know it's Vinny. It's part of his personality at this point. And in the middle of their set, while they're playing, Foe like leans over and whispers like, "You look like a monster. Everyone hates you." Like trying to mess with his fucking head. But he thought no one would fucking hear it. Vinny went on to body him in that set and embarrass the shit out of him. But like, I'm so sick of people allowing people like that to be heroes to them. Just
Yeah.
because they can put on a fucking smile for the camera and act like a good guy. Like, you need to do some fucking research.
Here's the thing.
That's the kind of people that should be removed from the community.
DM.
Not Esam because he's on Twitter this morning telling someone he sucks.
DM. Yes, we all know Foe was a douchebag, but how long ago was that?
It was 2013.
Okay.
3 years.
Even so, like I don't think time heals something like that. Like I think if you have the
Apologize.
ability to say something like that, like it comes from something that's pretty deep seated. It's not just like an "oops, didn't mean to say that." I feel like
I
if
understand
you're
that.
capable of saying something like that, like there's got to be
He needed to
something
go
there.
in a public forum with a camera on him, like he likes to have, and apologize. People want to come at Leffen for saying that West Balls isn't good at the game, which is mostly conjecture. It's obviously very clear that West Balls is very good. But it's a rivalry. It's where money matches are formed. Vinny doesn't like this kid to the point where he doesn't want to be in the same room as him, right? And then you have Leffen and West Balls like, oh my God, they're beefing. Like, they're not. Like, they're having
That's
an
just
argument.
entertainment.
It's just like, it's entertaining. It's not like attacks. Attacks need to go away. If you take it outside the game, you need to go outside
Do you
the
think
game.
that's the nature of the game becoming popular, and also because it's a community in which popping off
I don't
is
think
idolized?
that's it. I think it's more about because of the mass amount of people who follow these players, it becomes escalated to the point where it becomes way worse than it should be.
So it sets a bad example, is what you're saying.
No, it doesn't set a bad example. It's like me and DM playing a game. I'm like, DM, you're shit. You're bad at this. And then all my chat goes over and says, yeah, DM, you suck dick. You fucking.
But
you're
like, you
whack,
didn't
blah,
assault
blah, blah."
Brandon's like aged 30. His
Stop.
Oh
No,
my-
I'm trying to have a serious thing.
yeah,
here.
no, I know.
No jokes.
But like, that was something that
it's-
came at him directly and in an inappropriate fashion.
I agree that it was probably one of the worst things that's happened. in terms of what you can say to somebody. But like, I think time can move stuff on. I still think he should apologize. I didn't know if he apologized or not. I don't know anything about the situation.
He didn't do
aside
it
from
publicly
that.
enough for it to get back to me, and if it didn't get back to me, it definitely didn't happen.
Okay, well,
Damn,
all right.
Brandon's got cups and strings in every Smash window.
Fucking knows everything. Salami's a lizard of time, just travels everywhere and finds out. But like, the Smash community is growing so much right now that if it were to get the backing, like the beginning of this conversation started, if it were to get the backing that DM is talking about, it would potentially be one of the biggest things in the entire world.
The issue now is that Nintendo said publicly that they have ceased development on Smash 4. There will be no more balance patches or DLC. With that, does Nintendo continue their interest? I mean, at this point, we have to assume that Nintendo's going to abandon the game completely.
Well, there's been rumors, albeit rumors from very like reputable sources, that Smash might be a launch title on the NX.
Yeah, and let's just like have it be like one box and you get all the DLC and stuff for like $50. And if that happens, it's a possibility they'll run a tournament for it. But I mean, do the GameCube adapters still work? Does the GameCube controller still work? Is the game going to be balanced in any way that's going to change a launch tournament? Does Nintendo decide to push this as a major product? I mean, if Nintendo was smart, and it's very clear over the last 6 years that they haven't been, but if Nintendo is smart, they would brand the game out similarly to how Blizzard is branding out Heroes of the Storm. It's one game that comprises most, if not all, of their major IPs, so that they can use it as a function to advertise literally every game in their roster. But instead, they... you know, hey, let's make another fucking Mario Tennis.
Do you think that that's
Mario
tied?
Tennis is good.
Shut the hell up.
Come on, bro.
Mario Tennis is pretty legit. Come
Yeah,
on, Brandon.
Brandon, Mario Tennis is pretty good, man.
You
have never even
you
played
can't
it.
just say that.
What? I
You
played.
can't. Nah, we can't do that.
What?
We're serious. You're being a dick.
No, I'm not.
It's
I
a good
played the
thing.
shit out of that thing on N64.
That's gross.
What?
Stop this.
Okay, wait. Well, so maybe that's part of the problem with Nintendo, though. Well, one, they're always 10 years behind, so we get another 4 years before we'll see them actually step into esports. And
Well, that's good. They won't even see this podcast for 10 years. Then.
yeah. Oh, these people had a good idea. Why didn't we listen at the time?
Please stop.
I'm sorry.
P-Bat, you can't do that racist voice, man.
Yeah, P-Bat, that was
It
super
wasn't me.
uncool.
I don't
No,
sound
no,
anything
I'm
like
instead of a
Smatter.
feedback. I'm sick of you, DM Brandon. Stop doing that voice.
Yeah,
Chris is
yeah,
in the clear.
Smatter, cut that shit out.
What?
I think this other problem too, maybe. So if they do a mainstream esport, right, and they're using Smash to market other games, do you think that maybe other companies might not want to lend their IP to Nintendo?
Not at all. That makes no
No,
sense.
But like they're gonna get the money off the esport, and if it blows up, they maybe want a piece of their own esport. You know what I'm saying?
No, because if we're using the game, they're like, wow, that was cool. Street Fighter just came out. This makes me kind of want to try Street Fighter. In fact, it'd be easy for Capcom to get on board and like, listen, I think we'll throw some advertising at this tournament, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Might even get
especially
more
with
Street Fighter
5
characters.
coming out.
Um,
There's a lot they can do with the IP that is Super Smash Bros. Because it is such a conjunction of every universe of Nintendo. Now with extra, people such as Mega Man and Pac-Man and stuff as well. That means more than one company has stake in it, or could have stake in it, to promote their own content.
What kind of steak? Kobe beef
stuff.
steak?
Stop being corny, please.
Fats just told someone to stop being corny. I'm out.
Mister, I say stupid shit, and you
And
make
it's
it gay or
hilarious.
sexual.
Lit.
Light skin, lit.
I do say lit a lot, and I do say light skin a lot, but DM, you've been saying lit way more than me as of late.
Lit's
I
Lit's
don't say it
mainstream
at
now,
all.
man. Lit is mainstream.
You don't say it at all, DM?
Not really.
DM, you don't say lit at all.
Not really.
Every time I watch your stream and somebody's being stupid, you're like, what is he lit?
Can we get
I mean, like-
someone to make a supercut of Brandon saying lit in different situations?
Let's do it.
I will. I'll buy someone a Steam game if they do that. It has to be at least
It's
a
gonna be
minute's
like
worth.
fucking Pony Island on sale for $8. For
Hey,
like 8
no,
cents.
it will be
That's a
my
good game.
choice. Maybe it'll be something recent, like
Pony Island.
no, like the Nancy Drew horse game.
Come on, bruh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Nancy Drew Pony Island.
Nancy Drew Pony Island.
But
No, but seriously, do it. Someone do it.
so if it comes out for the NX, it's going to launch at probably $60, which is probably going to get a few people mad that they paid $60 for Smash Wii U and then another $40 or $50
For
in DLC. But honestly, I think that $100 for how much content you're getting out of the game is more than fine.
Well, the NX too, you got to buy that.
Well, if
NX.
that
I
even
don't buy
exists.
NX anymore. I had
I
a
mean,
problem.
if it actually winds up being a full console.
Do you think it's not going to be?
I mean, let's look at what Nintendo has done for the last 10 years and, just conjecture.
They've said a lot of things about like, well, we didn't do a good job with some of this stuff, so I think they might like wisen up with the NX. I don't know.
We always hope that Nintendo will wisen up, but they just won't. They're
Purified, no.
they're gonna be fucking Bing forever.
All
I
they
know.
need to do is just like stop making fucking home consoles, put all their games on goddamn Steam, cut a deal with Valve that says you get 3% of our sales and not 30, and then keep making DS games, and boom, bajillions and bajillions and bajillions of dollars
I
everywhere
wish
around
they
the
would
world.
make DS games. Oh,
Well, I
the
mean,
world
maybe
ends
that's
with
their
you.
thing, though. They just like
There's some
corner the
good
market
DS
on
games.
like casual and family gaming,
Just 3 of them.
and they
Right.
don't need to touch esports.
Man, if Nintendo went back to the days of the DS games, they'd be in a good spot. That was probably the
Yeah.
most innovative console
They
of
they
the last ever.
They controlled the handheld market so fiercely with the Game Boy Advance and every single handheld they put out that the fact that they're basically abandoning it now, not really abandoning, but not putting in the same amount of effort that they're putting elsewhere is really saddening. Because the 3DS library is fucking lackluster as hell.
There isn't many good games now.
It's
a shame.
so
Yeah, I
bad.
regret mine. I bought it for Smash and Pokemon and shit, and now that I've played them both, I'm like, we're done
But
here.
you haven't played Final Fantasy Explorers yet.
I'm not gonna play Weeb Explorers.
It's really good.
That,
but
I
alright.
heard that game is really, really good. I want to
It's
pick that
so
game.
fun.
All right, please explain it to me. I might consider buying it to
Okay,
make use of.
do you know what Monster Hunter is?
Is that a porno site?
Please.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's Check Hunter.
What?
Gay people, come on. All right,
No.
continue explaining, please. Don't
Do
let a
you know what
silence happen.
Monster Hunter is?
Yes.
Okay, it's basically Monster Hunter set in the Final Fantasy universe with better control scheme, abilities that you can level up to have extra perks on them, a transformation system, and pets. Yay. It's really good.
So like,
And it has 4-player online co-op with Nintendo-made lobbies.
wait. So what does the co-op consist of? Is it like a campaign?
You play the game.
just straight up.
I'd basically say it's just co-op together, like you do quests together and all that stuff.
All
do
right,
the game.
wait. I'm gonna go to the Amazon right now and buy it.
Did you ever play Phantasy Star Online?
Yes.
It's a
Okay.
really slow version of Phantasy Star.
It's Phantasy Star, but Final Fantasy.
Final
It's
Fantasy
exactly what it is.
Final Fantasy Star.
Explorers.
Except instead of having to buy some crazy adapter for your GameCube and pay Sega like $20, you only have to buy the game.
Also, there's lobbies. I don't know if you guys heard my excitement about that, but
You said
Nintendo
Nintendo
took
made
a
EA.
fucking step forward and made lobbies. Now, if you grew up with the Wii and you played Smash Bros. Like most of us in here,
Yo,
you
friend
know that
codes.
lobbies are unheard of. Even now, on fucking Wii U, the only game that I know of that has lobbies is Mario Kart Wii. Or Mario Kart 18, whatever the fuck it is.
Wait, do you control the monsters?
No. They're essentially just pets that you level up.
Oh. Can you like make them use abilities?
Yes, there's a button you can press to make them use their stuff, but they use
Okay.
abilities on their own.
Cause okay, so you can like feel strategic about it, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a meter that builds up that you can press the button to have them use whatever they have, but they'll use their own stuff on their own because they're their own people.
You know what?
They're not slaves.
I went to the Amazon to buy this. I think I might best buy it tomorrow on my way into work.
It's a really
literally just
fun
ordered
game.
it off Amazon. It's coming tomorrow.
It's a very fun game. I got Cyan to buy it, and we haven't played that much together. We should. but,
I'm
like,
trying to catch
it
up
is-
to
Wait,
you.
P-Back,
You
can we
are-
like start a
No,
new
no, I can
thing?
just level with you. I'll be on your campaign.
Yeah, because that's actually one of the things I like is that you can't go up to other people in story progress, but they can play with you even if they're ahead of you. And all they have to do to not completely overpower your campaign, if that's not what you want to do, is just use lower level abilities and armor.
Right.
Because
No,
there's-
that's not even how it works. They're scaling based on the levels of both people.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I played with Faucius last night. He is level like 20. I'm 60 something, and we were fighting a boss. And whenever I play with people who are lower level, I just play healing classes. So you
Oh,
guys
it
do
doesn't
whatever.
scale up or anything?
It does. It scales
Oh,
the
okay.
party together. So instead of me just like going black mage and obliterating, I had mage abilities.
Wait,
the
you
black
went-
mage abilities. They didn't do that much damage.
You gotta let me have this joke. You
Go ahead.
play healing classes.
Yeah.
Okay. Black Mage, I'm sorry. Continue.
And then I said black mage. Oh, okay, I get it. Haha. You're shit. You're so
Hey,
shit.
stop!
It
I'm trying to be
distracted
serious right
me.
now. Stop joking. Stop being corny.
You are awful.
Checkmate, bitch.
Yo,
You
give
got
that
to
heat,
admit,
though.
though.
I'm fucking mad.
Yeah.
I'm holding it. But it's a really fun game. It's 4-player online. If you go into a lobby with 2 people, the host can bring one of their monsters in as well. There's like 14 classes that all use different
And this
equipment.
is 3DS?
Yes.
Yeah.
I stream it sometimes. I mean, you can watch if you want. I'll showcase it before you try and buy it if you're interested, DM.
Fat's showcasing this.
Yeah, I will get on the game and tell you what's in the fucking game.
I know. I
show you.
It's just funny to me that you called it showcasing.
That's what it is.
Fucking Vanna White.
Vanna Black. Black Days.
All right. Very good. Very good.
All right.
All right.
So let's move on.
Yeah. What
once.
other topics did I put in the thing? Let's.
We have Firewatch.
Yeah. Okay. So have you all played it?
Oh god.
I have not.
I have not either.
Nope, I've seen a
Alright.
ton of people playing it, and I don't get why they're all on its dick. I remember seeing it at whatever it was shown at a billion years ago. And
Indie
it's
boys.
Some dude who is in a tree, and then he's not in a tree, and he
So,
has an
am I-
axe.
Am I the only one here who's played it?
Can you explain it without?
No
Yes,
spoilers.
I won't, I
Wide
won't
open?
spoil. I won't spoil. So I'll start off with like a quick sum up. The game is fucking brilliant, with one of the worst endings I have ever
See,
seen.
that's what I heard, and I don't want to like commit to it now.
Oh, even saying
it's-
that
it's-
is
I
kind of
would-
spoilery.
No. I'm not saying like. I'm just saying it was lackluster. You know
But
what I mean?
you don't even pop off normally. I saw you on Twitter like tweeting at the guy who made it. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Wait a
no,
second.
like, and the thing is, it's totally worth playing, Brandon. It is totally worth playing because it has some of the best voice acting I've ever heard in a game over the past how knows long.
I don't know.
but,
Harmonic Crusade had
Sonic
pretty
DX
good voice
was
acting.
better, though.
God damn it,
Sonic DX, though.
Yo, stop.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
But yeah, no, like it has like this amazing voice acting that you really connect to these characters, and like visually it looks like a really good game, and the story, it just builds you up, and it's just like it's such an interesting story, and it like really captivates you. I don't know, I just felt like the end of the game just really let you down, but
And
like
it's
I'd
short,
still
right?
say it's short. It should took about 4 hours to beat, I think. So it's not too bad. But it's not an expensive game. I think it's like $20. But yeah, no, like I mean, it's. I felt like there was a lot of lost potential. Is like the biggest thing.
Was
But
it
yeah,
a
basi-
waste of money? Do you feel dissatisfied?
I wouldn't say it's, considering it's not like a full price. Like it's $20, right? So I wouldn't say it's a waste of money.
Yeah, we all got money.
But like, I just feel like it was a waste of potential. Like, that's the best way I can put it. It's a huge waste of potential.
So worth the $20 price tag, but still hurtful to your heart.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
All right, so go buy it.
Basically, it's an exploration game where it's like an exploration story game where you like, you're hired to you're like a Firewatchman. I don't know the proper.
You're a ranger in a park, basically.
Yeah. And
Okay.
you're basically, your job is to look out for like, keep an eye on like fires, forest fires and stuff like that. and
Rats.
people dicking around in the forest, and you're there, and then you get wrapped up in this story that starts unfolding in this in this park, and you only the only person you ever communicate with is this lady in another one of the watchtowers like across the park, and you radio back and forth, and like that's the only person you talk to throughout the whole thing, basically. And yeah, it's a really interesting game. Like I really do suggest playing it, but
Just look out for
Yeah.
disappointment at the end. Haha.
I
All
have
right.
no disappointments.
So
if
thumbs
you're
up
cheap
on
ass.
Firecrotch.
Just watch it on YouTube because there are a million playthroughs of it.
Oh, you
'Cause
could...
it's an indie game, so it gets the attention of literally every streamer and YouTuber because everyone loves indie games, I guess.
for
Not
some
me,
reason.
bro. Big bucks only. All
Says
right.
the guy who scoffed when I said, "We all have money."
I'm broke, but that's why I said
Yeah,
big bucks
broke
only.
life.
Yeah.
Big bucks only. Anyway, next up on the docket, we have.
P-Bet also wanted to talk about something.
Oh.
I'll let him lead it.
P-Bat
Okay.
walked away.
Oh, right. No, I didn't walk away. I was leaning down to plug in my phone. Sorry, real professional.
Oh.
And another kind of game somewhat similar to Firewatch is The Witness. I don't know if anybody else has played it.
I have.
You have?
Not all
Okay.
the way through, but I have. Yeah, I put like 7 or 8 hours into it on the first day. Got pretty far.
Right, yeah.
I think I was like
Um,
at the time the farthest streamer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you were playing it. Yeah. I didn't get to catch much of the stream though. But yeah, like, one of the things. First of all, fantastic game. Really, really brilliant game.
Did you beat it?
Not yet. I'm almost there though.
Okay.
One thing people are complaining about, it's somewhat expensive. But it is.
How much is it?
I think it's like what, $45?
$45. Continue.
I think so. And
That's
it
crazy.
is a puzzle game. And I really would suggest anybody, if you like puzzle games, to get it. But one of the biggest things I wanted to talk about was the fact that apparently it's being pirated very, very heavily.
Okay.
And the developer Jonathan Blow was talking about how that might inhibit them from making any more games in the future because they won't be able to fund them. And he says it's being pirated heavier than most, games on average. And I kind of wanted to talk about, I don't know, in general, game piracy. Like, if you guys have any like input on that. I know Chris said, you made an example that, if somebody's going to pirate their game, even if they did have the money for it, they wouldn't, buy it regardless. Like if you're a pirate, you're a pirate.
That's part of
I
part
mean,
of a larger
that's-
point.
That's
But-
not really the truth, though. I mean, there's been plenty of games. I can admit that I've pirated some games in the past, and then I bought them when they came out.
Right. And that's one of the things that people say, like, oh, I pirate a game to see if it's good, and then if it is good, I'll buy it. But like, how many people actually do that? Probably
Not a lot of
not
people.
many.
It depends
true.
on what the game is. Like, I remember back in the day when Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom came out, right? And there were a bunch of people who pirated early copies just so they could play it. They're still going to buy the game because they intend to purchase the game, but having an early copy of the game meant that they could play it early, experience what it is and what it's going to be like, and then buy it and then be able to play online and do all the extra stuff. The same thing happened with Street Fighter V recently. There was a crack for the beta because they had an online beta for Street Fighter V, and in the beta they only had certain characters at certain times. The crack beta allowed you to play the game in training mode with all the roster that was in the game during any of the betas, but it's all old data. You see what I'm saying? They're playing a game that's outdated. You have to have Street Fighter V because it's had patches and there's been adjustments and balance changes, but they just want to play the game. So they just pirate the cracked beta and then they fucking buy the game tomorrow or tonight.
So,
Right.
in this particular instance with The Witness, they were saying that, like, the piracy is bad, it's killing the game, but the game still did really well, though, is my understanding, correct?
It did. Well, it started to do, like, initially they thought it was going to be a huge issue. Like, they thought we're not going to be able to make games, but they said the sales really started to pick up. And I assume a big part of that is, a lot of people, like really big people, started streaming it and making YouTube videos on it, and I think that really got it a lot of attention. Like, it was huge on Twitch for a while. But I think like the initial thing is like, I had a train of thought here, now it's gone.
All right.
Happens.
Well, let me jump in here. I think the game is worth it. Personally,
Absolutely.
I think the narrative that the game was going with, the actual puzzle solving was brilliant, albeit perhaps a little one note. The game is amazing, but this is my kind of game. And this is not a genre that's very popular with gamers. I think one of the biggest issues with our industry right now is we think that there are, 100 million gamers out there. In fact, there was a study released in, I want to say 2014, that stated that the adult female is the #1 gaming demographic.
Oh, please
Like,
kill me.
That gaming demographic is like bloody Farmville and mobile games.
Yeah.
Like, you have
That
to know who
includes
you're selling
everything.
these games to. And there are not many of us out there that enjoy games like The Witness already. Now, I'm not saying that the game's not good enough to where you could buy it and think to yourself, this game's going to be shit because I only play COD, right? There's a fair chance that you'll enjoy the game as well. But the problem is it's a niche genre. And he released the game for $40 plus $50, whatever it was.
Girls can't
I'm not
afford
saying-
that, right?
I'm not saying it's not even about affording. It's like I will pay that amount of money, but there are not a lot of people out there who enjoy games like I do or like PBAT does. In fact, most people don't enjoy those type of games. Most people enjoy shooters and high impact games. With that, you have to try to relate everything back to how Steam does well and how Netflix does well. Piracy is very easy. Plain and simple. I mean, anyone who's going to tell you they haven't pirated a game before is a fucking liar. Like,
Pretty
plain
much.
and simple.
Pretty much.
And
If
it's
you- if you-
easy. You go to a website, you fucking download the game, you run the extraction, and it's done. Like, The only thing easier than that is Steam. And that's why Steam makes money. That's why Steam is so successful, and it's why Uplay and Origin aren't. It's because we can
Everything's
open
right
up this
there.
fucking program and think, I want to play this game. I can buy it and have it downloaded in like 6 fucking minutes. And it
Yep.
doesn't matter how big it is, as long as you have a 2015 or later internet connection. If you're part of the first world here in America or Canada or
You're basically
Japan,
not in
Italy,
Georgia,
France,
though.
Germany, wherever, right? You will have an internet connection fast enough to make sure that you can download this game very, very quickly and have it installed, ready to go in just a few minutes. And it's just a few clicks. That's why Steam does so well, because it's actually easier than piracy. Same thing for Netflix. If you want to watch a show and it's on Pirate Bay, you're going to download the whole season, you could have already watched an episode by the time that you could have that done. That's why it's worth your $8 a month. It's how they make money. But then you look at a game like this and you price it very highly and you think, does the ease of downloading this game on Steam warrant a $40 purchase for a genre I don't even like, despite how hype it is right now?
Mhm.
And they got all defensive about it, like, oh, well, we have to price it that way, but there's the hesitation. It's just that.
Well, you don't
it's
have
the genre.
to price it that way because Rocket League is $20 fucking dollars. And Rocket League continues to make bajillions of fucking dollars. It's a simple game that requires a lot of uptime and a lot of maintenance on the servers. They're putting a lot into it. Maybe not as high of a production value as something like The Witness, which obviously took a lot of time. But going into this, I mean, you have to have fucking financial meetings with advisors who know what the fuck they're talking about, saying something like, hey, just so you know, you're making this game that for like 20,000 people in the entire world, you sure you're going to make this much money back? I don't know if we're going to do it, right? Like, maybe you cut some fucking corners somewhere. Take the art back a little bit.
Well,
Even
this
reduce
is-
the game by a
This
little
is
bit.
Jay Blow we're talking about here. This guy thinks he's the be-all, end-all of indie games and a visionary.
Okay, well, how much did Braid cost to make?
Oh, yeah, Braid wasn't $40.
Dude, I made that game in my basement.
Whoa, what?
I made
It was
Braid.
so easy to make.
You
to make
lie a
this,
lot.
basically.
I'm not sure about this one.
You don't know time or anything.
In fact, you made Final Fantasy Explorers, right?
Yeah.
I wish.
But in
I
your
fucking
attic or
wish.
We
whatever.
used to
Oh
have
my
a
God.
studio together.
Yeah, it was called
you and
Fat
Jay
and
Blow?
Money. Fat and Angry. That was our team.
Fat
But I
and
mean,
angry.
I feel like this whole thing with Jonathan Blow, we're getting to the point now where he's becoming Peter Molyneux.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who was
well,
that again?
He's crazy.
The
Don't
Fable
worry about it. If
guy.
you don't know the name,
Fable.
you're not going to be bothered.
If you
Okay.
want to get an idea of who he is, find the parody Twitter account of him. It's very good.
Just Google GOTUS.
Oh, no.
Please.
Let's not talk about
Right?
it.
You guys
no.
even forgot about
No.
GOTUS.
I did. I did. I was
Ghosts.
glad I forgot about it too.
Oh, why are you gonna bring that up now?
Mm.
Everyone out there, please make sure you're Googling, study up on your video game
Yeah.
history. Peter Molyneux is a genius. By every extent of the word, the guy knows what the fuck he was talking
He
about
looks like a
until
Peter
like
Frampton with visible eyebrows.
2003. And in 2003, he just started saying some shit that everyone's like, oh man, this is great. And then his games came out and we're like, dude, that wasn't what you said.
Yeah. Yeah, he just like comes out of hiding every so often. He's like, imagine a game where instead of getting experience points, your character's fingernails grow. And we're like, okay, Peter, like, like step back, man.
What the
That's
fuck?
literally the type of shit he does.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually said that.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's probably not too far off if you're wrong.
I mean, but like in all seriousness, Peter Molyneux, if you're watching the stream, please sponsor
Yeah,
us.
sponsor us,
Let me know.
please, dude. We love your eyebrows.
We
I'm
love
good,
it.
man. I'm fine. You hit them up.
What? You don't want Pete Dog to stop by?
No, because I remember my mom drove all the way to fucking Pennsylvania because I didn't have any money. I was in college in Philadelphia. She drove all the way from Old Bridge, New Jersey after she picked up my fucking pre-order of Fable, and she drove it to me. It was a $30 round trip as opposed to buying the game $50, which was already paid off, right? So she drove it all the way there for me because she was the best mom in the world. And I sat down to play that game, and I told her that I was going to play it for months, and it was the only game I would ever need because Peter Molyneux told me that it was going to be 750 hours long, and it was going to give me so many options I was going to feel like I was playing an MMO. And later that night when I beat the end boss and sat there slack-jawed in disbelief, I almost threw my Xbox out the fucking window. And the only reason I didn't because it was actually my roommate's, and he was a pretty big dude.
Right.
Oh my god. You got
So
played.
that was for Fable
You got
1.
played, chicken chaser, or whatever they call you. Remember?
No.
Oh, the people.
No.
Yeah, like your nickname. You get a nickname in that game, and like all the people call you that, and like the default one is chicken chaser unless you change it. You know what I'm talking about. Please,
I
someone
don't
back me up on
remember
this. They're like all the people
I
like
have no idea what you're referring to.
They like
All
say.
right, maybe DM Mike, because you're both in your early 40s, but I don't get it.
Stop. Yeah. Yeah, that game was a major disappointment, and so were the successors.
Fable 2
was good.
sucked.
What?
Fable 3 was absolute garbage.
Fable 2 was great.
I heard Fable 1 and 2 were good.
I
heard
love
Fable 3
Fable
was the
1
best.
I
was
like
good.
They were
Fable
just
1 the
different
most.
games from
It
a
just
like
different
Fable
wasn't
process.
1.
what it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like someone gave you a quiche, right? And you're like, quiche is great, but dude, I ordered like a souffle. Like those are completely different things.
the fuck is a quiche?
You don't know what either of those words mean, Fats. Don't
I
act
know
like
what
it's just
souffle
quiche.
is.
Yeah, it's white people food,
All right,
dude.
what's a souffle,
Yeah.
Fats?
Souffle
don't
is
bing
something
this.
you eat in your body. Get fucked.
Yo,
It's
Big, if you're
food.
out there right now, send me a quiche.
And then Kelsey
My
comes
grandma
If you
makes
don't
a
know
good
what a
one.
quiche is, go to Google and look up what a quiche is.
What's Google? Is that like a Bing?
Isn't quiche like a mini pie kind of thing?
Stop it.
Yeah, isn't an iPod like a Zune?
Come on, I had a
Holy
Zune. They were
shit,
great,
a
man.
Zune. Oh my god.
Zune was the goat.
No, it wasn't. No, it
Yes.
absolutely wasn't.
Zune was way better than the iPod. It just
You
didn't
gotta
catch
Yo, oh yeah, it
Stop.
was. It was way better. It was in every way better.
There was. Why are you? He's not making.
No, I'm not bullshitting. It was amazing.
can't tell. I
Zune
can't tell
was
what's
really
there.
good.
Zune
No,
was
no,
literally
Zune
better
was
in
good.
every way, but they didn't have the marketing of Steve Jobs.
Are all three Zune owners in this podcast right now?
Fucking
Yeah,
got
the
him.
Zune was wonderful. I loved mine.
It had more memory, a better screen. It was cheaper.
So, yeah,
The
dude,
interface
I
was
love the Game Gear
tits.
too. Dude, the Game Gear was so much better than the fucking Game Boy. What are you
no,
talking
see,
about?
that's not. See,
Oh.
you can't compare the two because that came down to library, not hardware.
Wait.
Yes, it was the hardware, dude. Do you remember the Game Gear screen?
Game Gear screen was fine. The problem was that it
What?
died in 22
Yeah.
No, Game Gear screen was awful.
It's not worse than the Game Boy.
Yes, it was.
The Game Boy not only could not even be played in any
the dark.
form of
Or
darkness,
any extreme light.
yeah, for real. But it was great. The whole thing was green. It was
That's hype,
shit.
dude. That's nostalgic, bro.
Yeah, it's
know,
nostalgic
bro.
because that's what you had. But like the Game Gear was just overall like
Green? It
The
wasn't
Game
green.
Gear was a Wii U TV, all right. It was the Wii U gamepad. If you don't know what a Game Gear
Wait,
is.
Game Gear wasn't green. It was black.
no
You idiot.
Game Boy.
Whoa, whoa,
Game Boy screen.
whoa.
Uh-oh,
Oh.
racismo.
Oh, the Game Boy screen was green. I got it.
Yeah,
I thought you were
Whoa.
misremembering because you fucking only drink Mountain Dew.
can't say black.
Oh, come on.
That's our color.
That's it. We're gonna talk about black stuff. It's me and Fats. We talk about the black stuff.
Yo.
Can we-
remember that
I can
shirt
talk
you
about
wear?
more black stuff than you can.
Remember that shirt you wore?
Yeah, I
P-Man?
can-
That black shirt.
I can pop off about black stuff
Stop
all
it.
night, yo.
Stop
Shut up.
That's not how you do it.
Son.
That's- You go do a smash pop off.
Pop-
Be really happy you won. You fucking.
I'm gonna go visit my pop off. It's Christmas time.
It's Christmas
I'm
time.
black. Christmas. Oh wait, I should have said Kwanzaa. I blew this one.
Shit.
Anyway,
Next up.
next up. Okay, so the thing I linked. So there's an article I read. I saw it on the Reddit, so please don't get mad.
Okay.
A person did a study that as on gamers and as they age, what the appeal of gaming is and gaming genres as people
Okay.
age. And over time, gaming interest in competitive games drops off. And this is things like,
This isn't news.
well, I mean, saying like we have a quantified study here.
I'm
That
sure we had a quantified study from football.
All right, I'll just blow through this then. People as they get older prefer strategy games because they have less time and more responsibilities.
Yeah, and this chart goes from age 15 to 55.
Yeah, that's old. That's ancient. I should have stopped at 30 because that's when you die, right?
Yeah. Rest in peace, DM
Oh my
Franklin.
God.
This is pretty interesting, though. But it also shows that there's no correlation between interest in gaming and gender. If that falls, it all declines about equally, except I believe female interest in competitive or female interest in gaming lasts a little bit longer. Right?
Or they
always
just
Sorry,
last
no,
a
no,
little
sorry.
longer.
No,
older
no,
females.
I misread that. As gamers get older, the appeal of competition declines, but this
Right.
happens more rapidly in men than in women. So
Okay.
women are fighters. They like to pop
amen
off.
to that. Amen
Stop.
to that.
Am I right, boys?
Women.
Fucking women.
Yeah. We blacking out right now.
This is why
This is
Smatter's
our
the
month,
only
you
one who
can't
made
do
the right
that.
choice.
Oh my god. Okay, can we talk for a minute about how on Snapchat there's the filter of Black History Month?
This is my month.
You know what I'm
can't
talking
do
about?
this.
You know on
No,
Snapchat?
I don't use Snapchat.
All right, so basically they have like things that are either location or time sensitive, and it's like an image you can put over your picture. And there's one for Black History Month. And if you're a white person, you can't use it without being called racist, but like literally it's there, so you you want to use it.
Is it the one where it's raining chicken? Okay, no. This is gonna sound racist, but like you gotta look at my retweet because somebody just tweeted at me. It was a video of raining chicken. I can't tell if that was a Snapchat filter. We were talking about Black History filters. I don't know if that's a thing.
Oh, you're not kidding. No, that's not it. It just says
Okay.
Black History Month. And it's like,
okay.
I used it and people were like, that's racist, you can't use it. Be like, but like Snapchat can't tell what color I am.
Oh.
I mean, I guess it could, right? Shit.
Aren't
I
you,
didn't
aren't
see
you
it.
often taking pictures of yourself on Snapchat?
Yeah,
He's taking
Sure.
pictures of himself or his shit because I don't know why Smatter does
I
this.
took a picture of my shit once for you.
No, you
That
did
was
it
a
3
clever
times.
series. It was one long poop and it was shaped like a boomerang. I took one picture of flesh in it and then another picture of, oh, it didn't come back. It was funny.
Not funny. You
Happy
do
Black
the
History
terri-
Month.
Gay
I
people
was-
love
I-
poop jokes. Oh my god.
I'm not sure if you guys heard this story, but I was around my grandmother, right?
Oh, no.
And I was
Grandma.
I was around grandma and I was checking snaps and I had my volume up and I went to Smatter Snap and all he says in this snap, he yells, "Lick my pussy, Zach!" and my grandma was right there, man. No, it's not funny.
It's funny because
Don't you dare yell at
Hilarious.
Zachy
It's
like
not-
that.
you can literally say
Fun.
anything to Zach and he goes, "Wah." He talks
I
back.
love the fact that Zach is basically Waluigi.
Zach, lick my pussy.
I love Zach.
Zach, get out, it's a fire.
Zach is the best cat. He's just a lazy sack of shit who talks.
He's very talkative. He's also very
His tongue is
affectionate.
the best thing. His
Uh,
fucking little tongue.
His
Yeah.
tongue is yeah.
It stays out. You guys gotta really meet him. You gotta come over here and lick
You
my
gotta meet
pussy.
him.
Nah, after Zach. After Zach.
All right, so we're coming to the end of the podcast here. So we gotta do something a little bit special. We have to do a hypothetical question. Does anybody have anything they would like to suggest?
For a hypothetical?
Yeah, for hypothetical situation.
All right.
If you
I
were a
got
Street
one.
Fighter character, what would your ultra be?
No, we've done a similar thing. P-Bat, you got
Uh,
something better, I'm sure.
Well, I don't know if it's good. It seems kind of straightforward.
I
right?
might be able
So,
to spin it to make it better, so go ahead.
somebody offers you $500,000,
Okay.
but for every meal in the rest of your life, someone else has to take the first bite of your meal.
Do you choose who it is?
No, you can't choose who it is.
Wait.
Somebody else.
The money goes down?
No, you
do you
have
mean
the
the money
money.
goes-
The money is yours.
The
Oh,
money's yours. Yeah.
But every time you try and eat something, someone else, random person who is around you, gets the first bite of your meal.
Okay. Is dessert a part of this?
Yes,
It's a
certain
meal.
part of it.
don't get tapas. Don't get tapas, guys.
See, the problem here is like, could you really give someone the first bite of a creme brulee?
That's what I'm saying. Like the first bite is always the best, and it's not like a transferring
cut is
sickness
the
kind of
deepest.
thing. It's not like you can get sick from them kind of thing. It's just like
How the
they get the
fuck
first bite of your meal.
Are you gonna eat a slice of pizza?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
it's-
saying.
Wait, what if they bite the crust? What if they're demons
Pizza demons.
and they bite the crust first? Like Satan.
No one
They
eats
have like
the
a
crust
giant
first.
They have like
What
a
if
giant mouth,
you're
and
near
they
a
just,
dickhead?
they
Huh?
just tear off the entire crust.
Oh,
so
yeah.
all
There's
you
a
have
dickhead
left
near
is the
you.
pizza.
I guess if the person you get is different every time, it could either be a good thing or a bad thing. If it's like a small person who takes a little bit of bite of your salad, you're like, all right.
If you're around a fat ass for like
So-
a day, you're starving.
So wait, hold on. I'm at home alone, and I like go to my fridge. I pour a bowl of cereal. Does someone like bust through my window to like
Yes.
take the spoon?
Yeah. They
Oh.
take and it's not like a you get sick thing. It's just more so the annoyance that if like the first bite of your meal is always the best. That's a fact.
$500,000 isn't a lot of money in a lifetime.
Yes, it is.
I mean, like,
That's how you use it. You can invest it.
Yeah, I know you can invest it. That's the thing is, you get it up front.
Yeah, you get it up front.
All right. So in theory, we could, like,
Buy a bunch of meals and then just get the first. Oh shit!
you
No.
could start like a bar fight and take a bite of a granola bar to block hits.
What?
You know what I mean?
I don't
Like
know
you-
what you're saying.
Like you whip out a granola bar and someone comes and chomps down on it and blocks the hit. Like, you can use it defensively. Or you're scared in an alleyway and you pop some jelly beans. You know what I mean?
So you'll always be okay?
You'll never
People
be
come to
alone. This is
defend you?
really good. People are forgetting, like, friendship is, or not being alone is worth way more than $500,000.
No, that's, you know what? I didn't think about that.
You got a
That's
point.
It's very valuable.
You
yeah,
always
you
got
just-
your
So,
boys with
yeah,
you.
I'm in. 500 grand, and never alone. Do not eat and shit.
All right, that's good.
Oh
That's
my
a good
god,
way
wait, you
of
can make
thinking.
them eat anything, so they just know your intent, right? So, like, you can just, like,
Take a
like,
shit and
like
look at
about to eat shit, and then, like, someone else will come in and scoop that up.
Scoop the poop.
Oh, what about you? What about eating pussy? Huh?
Listen,
don't take a- you don't take a
we're
bite of
talking
pussy,
about
you idiot.
consuming.
Oh,
Bite of vagina.
And that's it.
That's the
I
episode.
think that's where we cut it off.
Okay, we'll just call it there. All right, thank you guys for sticking through for the podcast. If you like what you saw, there's more episodes on the SoundCloud. This one will be edited and released probably tonight or early tomorrow. You can find some of them on Brandon's YouTube. You can find them on my Twitch channel. You can find them anywhere. SoundCloud's the way to go. But if you're smart, you can get it from your favorite podcast app like iTunes or whatever. You know, if you like iTunes, you have an Apple device. It's like a Zune kind of.
Listen.
It's like a Windows
listen,
phone.
listen. I can't have you pushing Apple shit on my stream when I'm trying to hit up Bing.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Do not listen on iTunes, but rate and review there. That's actually... Just do it. I'm going to put out a link to a feedback form. You give us some feedback. This is the only way these things get better is by providing feedback and constructive feedback. Don't just be like, Smarter, will you be my boyfriend? Which somebody tweeted at me during the show. Sorry, already taken. But you can do...
Wait, I didn't know you were locked down.
Yeah, I'm locked out,
Dang.
dude.
You got Zach.
Yeah, I got Zach. I lick Zach up and down every night. He's really saying, like, no. You ever wonder if, like, when you make cats purr, they just hate it and they're being subdued and they're like, no!
I can't control my body.
Anyway, I'll put a link out to that feedback form. It is also a form for suggesting topics. If you have an idea of a topic or something you want us to discuss, it helps us do a little, if you do a little research too. And it doesn't have to be like a news topic. It could be something more general, like talk about this particular weird thing that happened in a game and what are these effects of that. Like a weird psychological thing that happened in a horror game, for example. That type of stuff. We're on the hunt for that type of thing. We will do special episodes about that stuff. It's only going to get better, and it only works if you provide feedback and let us know what's working, what's not working. Not what you don't like and what you like. That's not as helpful. That's clear. Alright, so you can follow me on Twitter, Juice Matter. Brandon's at Juice DMDIEM. Fats at ZooFats. PBAT at PaperbatVG. And Cyan at Juice Cyan _?
No, that's Moji.
Oh, whatever. I never
Dust.
remember. I blew it.
Dust. Juice dust.
So
Juice
thank-
dust.
Free my homie Juice Dust.
Alright, catch us next week. We'll do it Sunday at like 8 o'clock, alright?
Mammoth Mike.
Peace.